A recession is coming. A recession is coming. Should we be shouting that, or is it already here? Today we're going to discuss 9 things you can do to prepare for this incoming recession, or some of us already think it's here. Things you can use today to help you tomorrow. Let's talk about it. So this video, you guys, is coming from the heart. I don't want you to struggle during this recession that is coming. There is a way to survive it. Recessions are scary. I lived through one myself, and in your lifetime, you're going to live through several of them, honestly. But the one that I lived through, I thought my world was ending. And in a way, my world was ending because I lost my business. I had not prepared. I had used my savings up to try to save the business, and that caused us to pretty much be homeless for a while. And we ended up staying with his parents. Not the best thing to do, and not a great thing for your marriage, because you become resentful, you become mean, it causes a lot of issues within your marriage. And I'm speaking personally for myself and my husband. We went through so much in 2008 during that recession, and losing our business, losing the home we were in, and having to deal with infidelity with our finances, meaning you're cheating yourself out of things, and having to deal with infidelity in the marriage because you felt lacking in the marriage and you turned somewhere else instead of working on your marriage. Those things were destructive, but we are still here. Basically just trying to survive and figure out how we were going to get back up. And that took us a long time to do. We have stayed with relatives. We have lived on our own. We have stayed with relatives again. And to the point where we almost lost our marriage, because when you're worrying about money, let me tell you, the arguments will break out. That's a whole nother video. Hello and welcome back to Tommy Bites TV. If you are new or returning, I appreciate you for stopping in. Over here, we try to give you news that you can use. We do store walkthroughs, we do price checks, and we do gardening, homesteading, things that will help you become more self-sustainable, self-reliant, self-sufficient. Self is what we want to do, because the more this year goes on, you're going to find that all you have is yourself. So let's jump right into this video. And I want to give a shout out to Carter's Eat for waking me up at 8 in the morning and texting me saying, hey, you might want to do this video. Okay, so this is what a lot of people are dealing with. They're trying to figure out how they are going to be able to manage and what is about to happen. Give this video a thumbs up, share it out, and leave comments and tips down below for others, things that you may be doing or thinking about doing that may help someone else down the road. So it's no secret that we are dealing with a crisis on hand, whether it's tensions increasing with Russia, Ukraine, tensions increasing with China, US, tensions increasing with Russia, US. We're headed for something major. And some people think that we will default, the US will default this July. So whether that happens or not, we are still dealing with what is coming. And I do believe it is a recession. I do believe we are in a recession now. It is just taking longer for it to hit harder. So this video is about 9 things you can do to prepare for the incoming recession that's pretty much already here, but you may still be able to function right now, but down the road you may not. So let's jump right into number 1. So there have been rumblings about this impending recession, and the signs of one actually coming are stacking up. The coronavirus pandemic has taken the financial market on a roller coaster in the past month, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average seeing its worst percentage drop since 1987. The restaurant industry, the travel industry, the hotel industry, the airline industry, the cruise line industry are all reeling. Talks of government bailouts for both companies and workers are making headlines, and 2020 might just be the cause of it. But this is not new. We're always in and out of a recession at one point or another. And what is a recession? So what is a recession? Based on the National Bureau of Economic Research, a recession is a period of significant decline in the economy. It's widespread, lasts several months or longer, and is usually signaled by a decline in income, employment numbers, retail sales, and industrial production. And right now we are facing all of those things. So during a recession, the job market is impacted. Many people might lose their jobs, might have to take cuts, especially those who work in manufacturing, retail, hospitality. Even those who keep their jobs will feel the effects. Your company may freeze your pay raises, eliminate bonuses, or even cut your hours. And we are facing all of those things. I tell you almost daily of all the stores that are closing, whether it's restaurants, grocery stores, whatever. Places are shutting down. People are losing their jobs. So we are on the verge. We are already in this recession. It's just a matter of the Feds actually calling it that. Ways this may affect banks. Banks will tighten their lending criteria, often harder to qualify for a loan, like a mortgage or a car loan during a recession. And you could see your investment accounts plummet as the stock market declines. So if you're saying, get to the point, how am I supposed to prepare for this recession that is coming? Or some people think that it's already here, and I am one of them. So the first way they are saying is to create a budget and stick to it. If you don't currently have a budget, now is the time to make one. Budgeting is one of the most important financial tasks you can do, but many people don't really do it because they get overwhelmed. And I'm one of those people. I get overwhelmed. I have to write a lot of things down. But however, making a budget is easier than you think. First, make a list of all the expected income for the month. Include your income from your main job, your side hustles, and if you don't have them, you might want to think about getting them, but we'll talk about that in a minute. List your regular expenses, including utility, grocery, insurance, and subscriptions. Your income should be enough to cover all of your expenses with money left over. If it's not, or you don't have enough wiggle room left over after seeing how all your bills will get paid, you'll have to identify certain areas and maybe think about cutting back or eliminating them altogether, like maybe that gym membership or some of your subscriptions to things that you don't use a lot. Like I have Peacock that I just got, and I don't really use it a lot. That will be the first thing to go once I sit down and write my budget out. So there are platforms out there. There's a platform called Mint or a platform called You Need a Budget. So check and find a free platform if you need help figuring that out. Number 2 is build a budget, and I promise you, this is a hard one to do for me. Okay, so if you have tips and ideas down there, what works for you, let us know. Maybe we'll try it and see if it works for us. So most people don't have enough money in the bank to cover unexpected expenses. Right now, you may be able to use your credit card or personal loan to cover emergencies that arise. However, if a recession hits, and it will hit, credit will be harder to come by, so having access to savings will be essential in getting your bills paid, getting your family fed, and just surviving. So financial experts recommend that you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses tucked away in an emergency fund. If that sounds impossible, don't get discouraged. Instead, set smaller goals. Aim to set aside $1,000 in a dedicated savings account with the following strategy. A lot of you are probably saying right now, Tommy, how the hell am I going to set aside $1,000 when I can barely get $150 to buy groceries a week or a month? Well, you start small and it all adds up over time. That's the best thing that I can tell you on that. So one of the things they're saying you can do is open a new bank account, open a new savings or a checking account that's completely separate from your normal checking account, so it makes it less likely that you will go in and take a few funds out. So set up automatic deposits if you can. Set up automatic deposits into your new bank account. Look at your budget that you created and see how much money you have left over after you pay all of your expenses. Take a percentage of the remaining amount and set that as your automatic deposit amount. Even if you just deposit $25 per paycheck, you can build up your safety net over time. Now, it will take you longer to get to that safety net that you want for that 3 to 6 months of having living expenses saved up for emergencies, but you can get there. So you can also think about selling off used items. A lot of people like to sell off clothing, accessories, furniture, old toys, sports equipment. If you have anything you're not using that's cluttering your home, think about selling that, maybe in a garage sale, on eBay, Poshmark, Craigslist, whatever. You can also set aside windfalls. If you get an unexpected cash or birthday gift, tax refund, bonuses from work, if they haven't cut those off, but you can put that extra money into your emergency fund and it not even touch your regular income that's coming in. Here's another one that you can do. Number 3 is pay down your debt. And I know you're like, well, if we're going into a recession or we're in a recession, how the heck am I going to do that? So you do it the best way you can. If you can't do it, you can't do it. You can only do what you can do, right? But I'm just giving you some of their rules that a lot of people go by that help them in this whole recession thing. So pay down your debt. While the economy is still strong, try to pay down as much as possible. Lowering your balances of completely paying off some accounts will give you more breathing room. If there's a market downturn and you'll have fewer financial obligations to worry about, you can worry about other things because we're going to always worry about something. If you're not sure where to start, consider using the debt avalanche method. The debt avalanche method is you pay off your debt by making extra payments towards the one with the highest interest rates. If you get what I'm saying, like your credit cards, you pay off the one with the highest one, and then you work your way down. This strategy will help you pay off your debt faster and save money. Number 4 is polish your resume. If you're still out there in that workforce, I'm not there, so I can only tell you, if you don't have your resume done, do it. Make yourself stand out from everyone else, because when this recession really does hit hard, it's going to be a lot of people losing their jobs. It's going to be a lot of people out there looking for jobs. So you're going to be competing with so many people. So maybe think about learning a new skill. That's number 5. Learning a new skill so that you can enhance your resume. Fix your LinkedIn. Make sure it's up to date. And if you don't know how to do your resume, there are services out there that will help you with doing your resume. Sometimes you can go to your public library and they have people that can help you do get your resume together that way. Or you could think about maybe paying a college student who's trying to earn some extra money, not going to charge you an arm and leg like some people will, and have them create your resume for you. So number 4 was polish up your resume. Number 5 is learn new skills. We talked about that. And then number 6 is networking. Networking might save you. Okay, so it's a good idea to build your strength by networking, whether it's contacting old employers. Hey, how are you doing? Contacting old co-workers that you used to work with somewhere else at an older job or whatever. Down the road, you may need that. They may be that voice or that word. Hey, have you thought about, checking out Tommy or whatever, because she's looking for X, Y, and Z. So network. Number 7 is explore your side hustles. Do you have a side hustle? If not, consider getting one. That way, if you lose your job, you already have income coming in. Now, it may not match your main job that you lost, but you still have money coming in that will help you grow your funds. So focus on something, honestly, that you like to do, love to do. Then it won't feel like you're working. You're just enjoying your day, but you're making money doing it. Some things you also can do as a side hustle is delivery of groceries. Okay, everybody gonna want to eat, so people are using Instacart. Some people are walking dogs with the Rover company, or you can check out Best Side Hustles Ever, and there'll be a list of things on there. See if it's something that you enjoy, you want to try it out, see if that works for you. Whatever you can do to keep money flowing in your home is what needs to happen in a recession. And number 9, things to do in a recession, coming recession, whatever. Continue to invest. If you're investing already, don't stop. Now, if you're of age where you're about to retire and you're concerned about things crashing, then I would say, yeah, you should pull your money out so you'll have that because you're about to retire. But if it's going to be a while before you retire, don't pull your money out, honestly, because everything's going to do a turnaround. Now is not the time to take your money out of the stock market. Continue making consistent contributions to your retirement and investment accounts. Even if the market drops initially, over time, those regular investments will grow and yield returns, helping to build long-term wealth. Managing your finances through a recession is no question. Recessions are scary. I don't want you to struggle during this recession that is coming. I want you to try to stay as positive as possible and be armed with the tools that you need, and know that there is a way to survive it. And you don't have to struggle as much. But even if you can't do any or some of the things that I mentioned, like saving up money, you just don't have that extra fund, prayer really does work. It saved us. It saved our marriage. And it made us appreciate things a whole lot more. And right now, we're trying to save as well, because we have emergencies that come up that tap us out. And so we're having to build that back up. But it can be done, and we can do it together. So thank you. Hope this video was news you could use, was helpful, had some tips in there. Get down in those comments. Type. Let us know what's worked for you in the past. What's working for you now? How is it easier for you now than when you were younger? What are some things that we can do daily to help benefit us down the road when it comes to saving and paying down our debt and just living life, okay? So hit that subscribe button if you have not. Turn on your notifications because I upload a lot, and share this video out. And don't forget to hit that, like I said, that like button. That really helps get these videos out there, okay? And share it out with your family, your friends, anywhere on social media. I love you, but God loves you more. He created only one you. Be the best you that you can be when you are. Go out and spread God's love with distance if you have to. If no one's told you today, I love you, I care about you. Take care.